We got another Valley rivalry game for you tonight on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Skyview playing host to Green Canyon. This one has a little bit extra juice to it. See, Green Canyon's kids all used to go to Skyview. Green Canyon's coach used to coach at Skyview. Craig Ander, one of the most successful coaches in team history here at Skyview, takes his show just a little south down to North Logan, and he's trying to get that Green Canyon program built up. Green Canyon's had their struggles. They've got a couple of wins. They're a young team, but if they can find some consistency, they can be a dangerous team. Skyview, on the other hand, is number one in 4A, and they're number one for a reason. They've got a tough defense, and they can put some points on the board, averaging over 30 points per game. In fact, they've won 6 of their 7 games by more than 10 points. The only close game, the one you saw right here on the Valley Channel, against the Mustangs. So tonight, Green Canyon visits Skyview. Who's coming out on top? You'll see it all next on the Game of the Week.
They said I wasn't fast enough. Forget what they say. You define you. The way you move, the way you compete, the way you train. If you want to win on the field, you have to move like no one else has moved before. That's why I train with Rip 60. Power, speed, strength. If you train the Rip 60 way, you'll be able to do things you never thought possible.
Rip 60 features suspended rotation, the key to power so your body is forced to stabilize and balance throughout your workout, engaging more muscles and building your core with every move. The secret is the rotational carriage, which promotes more muscle activity, allowing you to build muscle fast.
I train like the pros. You can too. Get Rip 60.
Unlock the rewards of training the way elite athletes do in less than 60 minutes a day for just 60 days, so you can get incredible results like these fast. Call now and you can receive expedited shipping so you can reach your goal even faster.
Because you define you. Rip 60 training is the way.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Lewiston State Bank. Strong and vibrant for over a century. Cache Valley Electric. A tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental. Experience dental care. Camp Chef. The way to cook outdoors. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. LSS Insurance, Bob Larson. Personalized insurance coverage for your family and business. The Book Table, your family store for books, music, toys, art, and much more. Planet Fitness of Logan. No gym intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station for over 25 years. Coach, big game the last couple of weeks. Didn't look like there was any letdown last week after the huge win against Mountain Crest, and now here you are with another in-Valley rivalry game. Does this one have a little bit more juice since these guys are, I guess, the little brothers of Skyview now? I'm baiting you there, aren't I?
You are definitely baiting me, but this is a big game for us. You're right, because a lot of these kids played with each other and against each other, grew up neighbors basically to each other, so I think it makes it more important to them that they get to play. You know, this kind of reminds them of playing in the backyard, in the school, in the streets, and all that. So, so it makes it an important game and fun game for us. So, we're glad.
If you were to identify a couple of players that have surprised you and been maybe keys to your season thus far, who comes to mind?
It's hard to single them out. As a group, offensive line, defensive line, been extremely impactful. In every game that we've had Kobe Wilson and Andrew Dean really lead us on defensively up front. So they're really impressive and having a good season. But our skill kids are having we're throwing and catching pretty well. Jackson Sidaway, Mason Fosliff, Ryder Lundahl, Jake Diger are doing a great job as far as throwing and catching and executing the offense. And so we're excited about them and how they're doing it and how they're coming along.
Let me ask you a question about you to end things up here. You've coached at the collegiate level, and now here you are in high school. Some people would say coaching is coaching, but what are the big differences?
Well, you know, honestly, the big difference is you share your athletes. And we're fine with that here at Skyview, as far as we want our players to play multiple sports and play year-round, compete year-round is really why I want them to do that. But we share the athletes. In college, you have a dedicated meeting room, and you have a block of time that you can schedule their classes around you. Not so much the schools, we have to schedule around the school in high school. But other than that, you're right, though. The competition is, you still get the same juices, I think, on every level, regardless of who you are. Now, I think the high school kid kind of develops more in front of your face than the college kid kind of is at a certain level already and just gets a little bit better. But the high school kid, you come from teaching some of these kids a stance at the beginning of the year to now playing and doing well. So I like seeing that arc a lot more.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming out, and let's have a good game.
Coach, you and I were kind of chatting off camera about your team's progress, and we were talking about the strength of this region, and you guys, I guess there's no easing into it. Tough schedule, tough region, and how are they coming along?
You know, I'm really pleased with our kids. Our kids are showing great effort. We've had a few injuries that we've had to battle through, but our kids don't quit, and I'm really proud of that. They're young, and we're coming to play a great team tonight in Skyview. You know, these kids have been prepared for many, many years. They must have had a great coach in the past because they are very prepared, but this is a great Skyview team to complement them in all seriousness, and Coach Robinson's done a fabulous job with them, and so we got a lot of work for us tonight.
Does that give you any sort of a leg up, actually, maybe knowing some of the personnel? It's a different scheme and everything maybe, but you know some of the personnel and know some strengths over there. Does that help on your side of the ball?
No, I mean, with scout and film and stuff, we kind of know what everybody's doing. It's just a matter of us being able to execute what we want to do. And so we've got to match up. At the end of the day, it's a team sport, but it's one-on-one matchups every single play. And so we've got to make sure our one-on-one matchups are good and that our kids are working hard to get better.
One guy that's winning a lot of those one-on-one matchups is Jorgensen. He sits at the top of all the receiving numbers in 4A. He's had an outstanding season for you.
He has. He's an outstanding young man. He's been playing hurt the last couple games, and he just battles through it. You know, he's I can't say enough good about him as a human being as well as a football player.
To get a win tonight, what do you have to do?
Well, we got to win the turnover battle, I think, is probably the big thing, and then too, we got to eliminate their big plays. They like to go deep. They want to throw the ball deep, and we've got to limit those to keep them at a minimum and make them work for every yard they get.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
Hello everyone and welcome to Skyview High School tonight, the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Skyview and Green Canyon. These kids all going to school together just last year. Now they've split up, and Green Canyon comes to visit the big bad Skyview Bobcats and see if they can't pull an upset. If they do, it would be the upset of the year as Skyview comes into this game number 1 in 4A. They're averaging almost 30 points, just over 30 points per ball game offensively. Defensively, they're only giving up a couple of touchdowns per game, not even 2 touchdowns per game. They've won 6 of their 7 games by double figures, and they're rolling. Defensively, they are fast from sideline to sideline. They've got power up front, speed in that back 7. Offensively, they can grind it and pound it, and they can also go with the big strike up over the top. Jackson Sidaway 3rd in 4A in passing touchdowns with 20, 5th in passing yards with 1,487, while Cole Stokes has toted the ball into the end zone 6 times as a rusher, which is 14th in 4A. And Lundahl is 6th in 4A in receiving touchdowns with 7. One guy that's not playing for the Bobcats, still battling injuries, Brody Martin. He only played a couple of games, I think 3 games at the first of the season. Still 5 touchdowns for Brody Martin, and he's one of the leaders in 4A with that number. Green Canyon will receive the kick to start the game. Green Canyon on their 2nd quarterback. Joe Dygert, the sophomore, started the season. He's got a little bit of a ding. You get to this point of the season, and players do get dinged and have little nagging injuries. Dygert isn't going to be playing tonight. Another player that won't be playing tonight is Brett Gassaway. Now they're having a moment of silence for a young lady that got thrown off a horse and passed away. We're going to honor her here before the game and have a moment of silence for her.
Paisley loved to dance and would ask her favorite songs every day so she could sing and dance. She was a real-life princess. Paisley loved watching football with her family and was very special to everyone who knew her. So please, at this time, join us in a moment of silence as we honor Paisley, the Hill family. And we'd also like to take this opportunity to honor the victims and families of those impacted by the tragic shooting in Las Vegas this last week. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
They also took the opportunity for a moment of silence for what happened to the victims in Las Vegas over the past weekend as well. It's been a tough week for everyone. So now the new weekend arrives and people can kind of go back to those distractions of the fun and games of football and sports, and that's why we're glad to have things like this, especially in a small town where so much is invested with the community. They love their football out here in Skyview. And I'm sure Craig Ander will do a lot of the same to build those sort of traditions at the new school, Green Canyon. Ridgeline's in its second year and already starting to build their own traditions. Good future for football here in the Valley with Logan, Skyview, Mountain Crest, Green Canyon, and Ridgeline. So Skyview will kick off. Green Canyon will get the first chance at it offensively. Cole Wright back there looking for an opening. And he's hauled down right at about the 25-yard line, and that's where Green Canyon will take over. 12 years on the west sideline for Craig Ander. Now he finds himself over on the east sideline coaching Green Canyon. Brock Mortensen played here at Skyview, will be the quarterback. Joe Dygert injured, so Mortensen fills in. Mortensen, the senior, he's a big player as he's upended after a short gain. He's 6'2", 210. Gain of a yard for Mortensen. Top receiver in 4A, numbers-wise. Plays for Green Canyon, number 8. And I'm sure we'll call his name a lot tonight, Chad Jorgensen. He's lined up in that bunch this side. There are going to be 5 receivers to the near side. Mortensen's going to follow as they all act as blockers. Mortensen stood up, but hauling tacklers, or would-be tacklers, out near the 40-yard line. 13 yards and about 10 of it after contact.
Number 13, Mortensen on the carry, gain 13 on the play. First down, Wolves.
So Green Canyon has shown some flashes. They've won 2 games. They're 2-5. They lost 48-21 to Ridgeline last week. They lost 26-7 to Bear River. Beat Logan 39-27. They just haven't been consistent. And they're a young team, and that comes with youth, that consistency. 3 yards for Mortensen.
On carry, gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Number 54, Greg Adams on stop.
They attacked the edge of the Skyview defense a moment ago, but it was interesting. It's all about angles and numbers offensively. They made sure they had numbers. They had 4 receivers to one side, motion to 5th over, and then Mortensen followed that direction. Here's the give right up the middle and a pickup of another 3 yards. We'll see who the running back was. Oh, that's Gassaway. We didn't think we'd be seeing him. We didn't think we'd be seeing him tonight. There's 3 yards for Gassaway. He may be limited. And it's 3rd down and 4. Green Canyon on their own 45-yard line. Nate Corey's in the backfield, and now he vacates. Mortensen looking for him out of the backfield, finds him for a 1st down at midfield. They needed 4, they got 5 as Mortensen connects. And it's a 1st down for Green Canyon. Ball right at midfield. Methodical drive for Green Canyon is taking their time. 1 pass, the rest runs. Now they're going to put it in the air again. Mortensen throws it high. Intended for it. Looked like Jorgensen out there, and it's just off his fingertips and incomplete. And that is the difference. That's the kind of play that could be a difference maker. We'll see. They've been staying ahead of schedule on 1st down until that incompletion. Jackson Hill was actually the intended receiver, number 9. Mortensen going to throw underneath, and the Skyview defense was there. They saw it coming. Those light blue numbers on those slate gray jerseys are impossible to read. I can't make out one of them. So whoever you are, that was a nice tackle. You see that sometimes. That's one of those woes of a broadcaster. Color schemes that make numbers tough to read from a distance. And that's one right there for Skyview. 3rd and 10. Mortensen unloads. Pass complete. 1st down. He found Jorgensen for 11. On 3rd down and 10, they move the sticks again.
Number 8, Chad Jorgensen. 11-yard gain on the play. 1st down.
Ball at the Skyview 40. And the drive continues. First possession for either team. Green Canyon's held the ball for just over 3 minutes, and they have a new set of downs at the Skyview 40. Here comes the blitz up the A-gaps. They give it to Gassaway, and he falls forward for a yard. Oh, they're going to put it right back at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. I'm going to say he rolled over forward after his knee had hit the ground. Kobe Wilson in on the tackle. Wilson a leader in all the statistical categories. 40 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 interceptions on the season for number 4. Mortensen throwing the out pattern, has his man. Is it Jorgensen? I believe so, and he's got a 1st down. He's got 15, let's see, 15 yards and a 1st down. Two catches, 26 yards for Jorgensen. He averages 144 yards receiving per game. Ball at the 25 of Skyview. Little pass underneath to Hill. Hill can't haul it in. Skyview lucky, or Green Canyon lucky it wasn't intercepted. 2nd and 10. Mortensen started the night 3 of 6 for 32 yards. And a couple of 1st downs, including the last strike to Jorgensen for 15. He's got a long wind-up in his throwing motion. It's interesting to watch different quarterbacks throw the ball. Some have a compact delivery. He's got a little bit more of a windup. Now he's going to keep it on the ground. Looks to get to the inside, upended as he gets down to about the 20, maybe the 21. The 21 is where they'll spot him. Gain of 4, it'll be 3rd and 6.
Brought down by number 82, Cody Torres.
2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive for Green Canyon. This is the first possession of the game for either team. Green Canyon has held the ball for nearly 5 minutes. As we approach 7 minutes to play in the first period. Ball on the 21-yard line of Skyview. Interesting to see if this is 4-down territory for Green Canyon. It'll be a long field goal. Mortensen, 3 steps, going to the middle, nobody's there. He threw to the middle, and nobody ran to the middle. So 4th down. And Green Canyon has a decision to make. And the decision looks like they're going to kick the ball. Ethan Delisle comes out. It's going to be a long one. Boy, it has enough length, and it has enough aim and fluid. It's good, 3-0. Green Canyon on the board first. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love.
Green Canyon held the ball for 5 minutes and 17 seconds to start this game. They came away with a 35-yard field goal, 37-yard field goal, and they lead 3-0. Kick taken at the 10, and some room down the sideline. Flags all over the place, but a good return nonetheless for Skyview. It's coming back, but Caleb Christensen was cruising down the sideline.
Flag on play.
Personal foul on Skyview. So first penalty of the game goes against the Bobcats, and it'll negate a pretty darn good return. It'll take it back to almost the 20-yard line. Wonder if somebody did a peel back block. That used to be legal, where a player could kind of peel back and ear hole somebody, kind of hit them up high around the shoulder, get their head in the front, but they don't see him coming, and they just blast them from the side, and they have outlawed that on pretty much all levels. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Sidaway has Stokes in the backfield with him. Sidaway's going to toss it, and they're going to blow it dead. And a procedure penalty against the Bobcats. So Skyview, first 2 times they touch the ball, back up because of penalties. Inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. The Bobcats will start over. Tanner Stokes didn't play last week against Logan. He's back available again tonight. He's number 1. Cole Stokes is 21, and he's behind the quarterback. He's going to take the give. Got a little bit of space. He's being held up and finally dragged down at the 25-yard line, a pickup of 7.
Number 1, Cole Stokes in the play. Gain of 7 in the play. Brings up 2nd and 8. Number 75, Cam Evans on the stop.
Cam Evans with the tackle for Green Canyon. 3 wide receivers. Stokes moves up to the side of Sidaway. 2nd down and 8. They throw a little out pattern. Complete. And out of bounds.
Pass complete to number 14, Will Jashinsky.
Goes to Shinsky. He picked up 7. It'll be 3rd and short.
Brings out 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats.
3rd and 1, but I don't know if it's a full yard. Two receivers near side, and you've got a wing as well. And 1 receiver to the far side. Stokes is in the backfield. Sidaway under center. He's going to hand it off to Stokes. Stokes puts his head down. I don't know if he made it. Let's see. Boy, I think maybe he just crossed the line that he needed. But it'll depend on the spot. At first, it didn't look like he was going to get there, but he had a second effort. And they're going to move the chains. 1st down. He needed just under a yard. He got just over a yard. Two receivers each side and 1 back in the backfield for Sidaway. He's going to keep it and throw across the middle. Somebody tipped it. Was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. No, really, I can't see a number to save my life on those Skyview jerseys. I'm old, but not that old. That's Digert, the receiver here to the near side. I could make out 17 as he was near the sideline. Here comes the blitz from Green Canyon. They hand off and beat it. Running right to where the linebacker vacated, and it's a 1st down for the Bobcats. 14 yards for Stokes. 3 carries, 22 yards. And the Bobcats with another set of downs as they approach midfield. Trailing 3-0 with 5:07 to play in this first period. Green Canyon took the opening kickoff. Took 5+ minutes off the board. Got a field goal. Now it's Skyview's turn to answer. Sidaway hit as he throws. Ball a little high and incomplete. Sidaway didn't have much time as Trave Jensen came through and introduced himself.
Number 6, Dylan Gerber on the defense.
26 freshmen on the roster for Green Canyon. That may be more than the number of seniors on the Skyview roster. 4-man front for Green Canyon. Sidaway's going to throw, looking to the out pattern, and he throws it over the head of his intended receiver, Drashinsky. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Number 14, Will Jashinsky, the intended receiver. Brings out 3rd and 10 for the Bobcats.
They had one other 3rd down on this possession. They were able to convert, obviously. But it was 3rd and less than a yard. It's now 3rd and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Sidaway over the middle. Throws a strike. 1st down and more for the Bobcats. Down to the 31-yard line. 20 yards. I believe that was Stokes out of the backfield. Skyview in business at the 32-yard line of Green Canyon. Inside give to Stokes. Stokes, good yardage on 1st down, 8 of them in fact. He's doing a little bit of everything right now for the Bobcats. 30 yards on 4 carries.
The Bobcats. Number 49, Caden Peterson on the tackle.
Three receivers. And a tight end lined up in a wing. And they're going to fake the give to Stokes. Sidaway's going to keep. Gets a good block downfield. He's finally tackled down inside the 20-yard line. At the 17, a pickup of 8.
On the keeper. 87 on the play. Results in another sky view.
Finally taken down out there. Looked like Ander got the tackle. First down, Bobcats at the 17. 3:28 to play in the first period. 3-0 Green Canyon. Green Canyon bringing some heat. They hand it off. Running for the end zone is Stokes. He's tripped up before he gets there. He's at the 2-yard line, a 15-yard gain.
Number 6, Damian Dubon on the carry. Brings up another sky view. First and goal from the 2-yard line.
I believe that was Stokes. Again, I can't see their numbers. That light blue on the gray. Can't see it at all. Here's the give inside, and this one's going to lose yards.
Cole Stokes on the carry. Loss of 2 on the play. Brought down by number 9, Jackson.
Loss of 2.
Second and goal, Bobcats.
So the Bobcats' second and goal now back at about the 6-yard line. Motion to the near side. Sidaway's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Sidaway's pass complete to number 6, Damian Dubon. That was open in the sky view. Touchdown.
Goes to Dubon, 6 yards and a touchdown. And Skyview back on top.
Number 21, Cole Stokes into the PAT.
Cole Stokes for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 7-0. Skyview back in front of Green Canyon, 7-3, I should say. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
They would tell me something, and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again, and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Cole Wright set to receive the kickoff. As Skyview back out in front, 7-3 with 2:13 to play in this first period. Both teams scoring on their opening drive. Wright takes this one about the 3-yard line. He's up across the 20 and out near the 25 before he finally hits a wall.
Wright returns to the 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Wolves, starting at the 25.
Sidaway with the 6-yard touchdown pass. I believe it was Dubon. Damian Dubon again. With numbers, you can see them just fine when they're on the sideline, but out there on the field, they're kind of that light Skyview blue on that gray, silvery gray jersey.
and it's just not working for me. They look nice. Jorgensen split wide to this near side. He's the guy to keep an eye on, number 8 for Green Canyon. Mortensen's going to keep, and he's got trouble. Down he goes. He just kept running wide and never came upfield, and you can't just keep running wide on this Skyview defense. They'll track you down. And he lost 5. When they started their initial drive, they were able to pick up good positive yardage, always on first down. So they were never behind the sticks. Their drive stalled when they threw an incomplete pass on first down, and they started getting behind the sticks on first and second down and got into 3rd and long. They're into 2nd and 15 right now. Mortensen fakes the middle, puts his head down and goes off tackle to the left side, picks up those 5 yards back that he lost a moment ago. It's 3rd and 10.
Mortensen on the carry, gain at 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 11 for the Wolves. Number 7, Andrew Dean on stop.
Under a minute to play here in this first period. 7-3 Skyview. Both teams scoring on their first possession. Second time for Green Canyon to handle the ball. Jorgensen again splits to the right. They're looking for Jorgensen. He runs the out pattern, dives for it, and it's just out of his reach. 4th down. Mortensen let that go before Jorgensen had even made his break. Jorgensen made the break, turned, looked for the ball. It was in the air, but Mortensen threw it just a little wide. Jorgensen got some hands on it, but even if he would have been able to haul it in, he would have come in or come down out of bounds. Green Canyon running personnel on the field late. Now they're ready to punt. Hill is the punter. Kicks away a knuckleball. This one should be returnable. Picked up at the 30-yard line. Couple of missed tackles, and the ball returned out to the 49, and that's where Skyview will take over, leading 7-3.
Jackson Hill on the punt. Number 6, Damian
Dubon with the return.
1st and 10, Bobcats starting at the 49-yard line.
Sidaway 3 of 5 for 33 yards and a touchdown on that first possession. 19 seconds to play in the quarter. Stokes takes the handoff. Stokes still on his feet, picks up 9.
Cole Stokes on the carry, gain of 9 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 1.
52 yards on 7 carries, although I may have given somebody else's carry to him earlier in that first quarter. We'll check that if we can. And that's the end of the first period of play. Skyview leading Green Canyon in their first ever meeting, 7-3 Bobcats.
When I finally got tired of playing through knee pain, I went to a surgeon I'd heard good things about. Best choice I ever made. My doctor was great, but so was the hospital. They presented me with all of my options, and they took time to help me make decisions. That's the way it should be. That's what led to this moment. And that look on Phil's face.
Before your moment of truth, choose a health plan that partners with the Mountain Star Healthcare Network.
Not bigger, just better.
Back at Skyview High School, Eric Olson along with you as the Bobcats and the Wolves tangling for the first time. Skyview gets to host this first ever meeting. They lead 7-3 as we begin the second period. Sidaway has Stokes with him, fakes the give, then throws the little Receiver screen out there. Ball fumbled, but not until after the receiver ran out of bounds, and it's going to be a first down.
Pass complete to number 1, Tanner Stokes.
6 yards.
In a sky view.
Tanner Stokes picks up the first down. The Bobcats keep it rolling. Stokes looks for an opening, has one. Bang down at the 30. Pickup of 6.
Cole Stokes on the carry. Gain 6 on the play. Brings out 2nd and 4 for the Bobcats.
The Bobcats are doing what we were saying Green Canyon had to do and was having trouble with on their last possession. That was staying ahead of schedule. Picking up good yardage on first down. 6 yards and brings up 2nd and short. Opens up that playbook some. Here's another completion, right? Just past the sticks. But it's a first down.
Pass complete to number 17, Jake Geiger.
Geiger with the grab of 4 yards.
Another sky view.
Sidaway now 5 of 7 for 43. They haven't really taken that big shot yet. See if they look at the end zone here soon. Sidaway underneath, has a man sneaking out of the backfield, still on his feet inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Skyview. 22 yards.
Pass complete to number 7, Andrew Dean. And that results
That's
in another
Dean.
Skyview. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Andrew Dean for 22 yards. Sidaway in the gun, looking to make it a 14-3 lead. His pass to the end zone, caught, feeder in, touchdown, Bobcats. Nice grab. It's Mason Falsliv with the grab. A 5-yard touchdown, and Skyview puts 6 more on the board. Cole Stokes on for the PAT. That one looks like it's no good. Oh, they say it's good. I'm a lot further away than they are. 14-3 with 10:16 to play in the first half. Skyview out front.
Billy Goat Ruffians. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Give us a call at 752-9493. You'll be glad you did.
Back at Skyview High School, 10:16 to play in the first half. Green Canyon scored first, but Skyview has scored twice. It's 14-3. Skyview, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Bobcats. Ridgeline leading Bear River 10-0 in the second quarter of that game, and Mountain Crest on top of Logan 15-0. They're getting close to halftime in that one. They must be running the ball a lot in that one as the clock is cruising. Wright looking for an opening on the return, makes his way up to about the 23-yard line. That's where Green Canyon will take over now, trailing 14-3. It was a nice drive by Green Canyon to start the game before it bogged down about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line of Skyview. And they never really got anything going in that second one. Lost yardage on first down and could never get anything going. This is not a bad run on first down. That's Gassaway. He picks up 4.
Number 11, Gassaway on the carry. 84 on the play. 2nd and 6 to the Wolves. Number 7, Andrew Dean, in on the tackle.
Ander and 2 other receivers to the near side. Jorgensen to the far side. Hill's out there with him. Throwing the out, breaking on it was Christensen. Instead, he decided to try to make a tackle, and it falls incomplete. In fact, that wasn't Christensen.
Pass falls incomplete. Number 82, Tony Torres, in on the cover.
For Skyview, that was 82. He looked like he might have himself an INT. Anthony Torres. But he went for the tackle, and that's one thing I've noticed watching Skyview the last few times we've seen them this season. They are very good tacklers. Coached them up really well as far as getting guys on the ground. 3rd down, Skyview looks like they're offsides. Let's see if somebody moved. It'll go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 1.
Flag on the play. Sides on Bobcats. 5-yard penalty results in 3rd down and 1 for the Wolves.
So 3rd and a yard now for Green Canyon. They're 2 for 4 on 3rd downs. Ball at the 32-yard line. With Skyview. Got 7 in the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In fact, 8. Now they're going to walk a guy back. Still 7 up in there. They're looking for something short. See if Ridgeline or Green Canyon tries to draw them off sides again. I think Green Canyon took too much time. Messing around, they took too much time. Let's see if they got a timeout first. They got a timeout first. The back judge threw the flag, but the white hat blew the whistle before the flag came out. So timeout, Green Canyon. They'll get a chance to talk about it here on 3rd down and a yard. Skyview can clinch a playoff berth with a win here tonight. A win will also clinch them at least a share of the region title. If they finish tied with Mountain Crest, because of the head-to-head win, they'd get the outright title. If they finish with the number 1 seed, they'd play the number 4 seed out of Region 10. Right now, there's 3 teams kind of in that area of the 4 seed. Mountain View, Payson, and Salem Hills. Mountain Crest, if they were number 2, they'd end up playing the number 3 seed. That one also at home. Spanish Fork, Payson, Mountain View are possibilities on that one. But there's still tonight and 2 more weeks to play. Bear River Ridgeline will be duking it out for that 3rd and 4th spot. Snap to Mortensen, and he runs wide and loses yardage.
Mortensen on the carry.
That play just looked like big trouble right from the start. Colby Wilson on the tackle. Mortensen lost a bunch of yards.
Loss of 5 on the play, resulting in 4th down and 6 for the Wolves.
And he lost 5 yards. On 3rd and a yard, they ran it wide and lost 5 yards.
The Bobcats, number 1, Tanner Stokes, number 6, Damian Dubon.
Mortensen comes on late. Playing that front line on the punt team. Nice kick by Hill. Fielded at the 25-yard line. Ball's free. Green Canyon's got it. Now we'll have to see if they call it a fumble, because it looks like he went to the ground and lost it after he hit the ground. But the officials say, nope, he lost it. Fumble. Green Canyon with the recovery.
Green Canyon recovers, 1st and 10 for Green Canyon.
Not a long way away from it. It looked like he may have hit the ground and then the ball popped out, but it was a bang-bang play. And Green Canyon had a couple of players right there, and they got on top of it. And the first break of the game goes Green Canyon's way. First turnover of the game, I should say. Green Canyon's avoided the turnovers, and to this point, they've avoided penalties. Mortensen steps up, look out, gets rid of it. No, hangs on, and it's a flag that comes flying in. That flag back in the secondary, where you'd usually see a defensive holding or an illegal contact, as Mortensen is dragged down for the sack. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the defense. So instead of a loss of 3, it's going to be 1st and 5.
Holding against Bobcats.
No, that's a 10-yard penalty, so that'll be a first down. Bobcats with their 4th penalty. 35 yards on 4 flags. 9 minutes to play in the first half. 14-3 Skyview. Green Canyon on a drive. Here's Mortensen putting his head down, burrowed his way down to just shy of the 20-yard line. At the 21, it's a 6-yard gain for Mortensen. Torres with the stop. Gasaway in the backfield with Mortensen and 2 linemen asking what the count was. And it's on go. Mortensen throwing a little side pass out there, and it doesn't go very far. It doesn't get all the way to Ander, and it might be a good thing. I think Ander would have been stuffed for a loss. So 3rd and 4 for the Wolves. 2 of 5 now on 3rd downs. But they're in field goal territory again. This is where they bogged down last time they had a good drive going. Mortensen looking underneath. He's got Hill. Hill grabs it, tries to turn it upfield to the sticks, and he's close, but I think he's going to be just short. See where they spot him.
Pass complete to number 9, Hill. Gain of 2 on play. Brings up 4th down 2.
Well, it's a gain of 2, so it'll be 4th and 2. He had a defender draped all over him. And I think Green Canyon will try another field goal. Ridgeline, Green Canyon, Skyview. There's too many new schools. I'm getting them all mixed up. Heaven's sakes. I keep wanting to call Green Canyon Ridgeline, but they're Green Canyon. Kick is up, and it's long enough, and it's good. 2 field goals for Green Canyon, 2 touchdowns for Skyview. It's 14-6 with 7:24 to play. Skyview on top. We're in the second quarter. Green Canyon, the beneficiary of the turnover on the punt. And they end up putting 3 more points on the board, trailing now by 1 score, 14-6. Touchdown and the 2-pointer would tie it. Sounds simple, right? Well, no, you have to find a way to stop the Skyview offense. And that's not easy. This one's going to get to the end zone. Into the end zone and out to the 20, and that's where Skyview will start, leading 14-6.
First and 10 for the Bobcats from the 20-yard line.
They've been able to move the ball of the Bobcats with a mix of the pass and the run, 70 yards through the air and 66 on the ground. Pretty even distribution there. 9 running plays, 9 passing plays. Sitaway fakes the give, looking down the sidelines to Falslip. Jorgensen's there, breaks it up. Falslip just could never find it. Jorgensen wasn't quite sure where it was either. He just put his hands up and tried to knock it down, and it falls incomplete.
Number 8, Chad Jorgensen under the fence.
Skyview taking a shot that time. Mentioned on the last possession. Haven't really seen him go for the big play downfield yet. That time they were looking for it. Sitaway turns and gives to Stokes. Stokes finds a crease for 4. It'll be 3rd and 6. 2 for 2 on 3rd downs for the Bobcats. It hasn't been a problem for the Bobcats. They haven't been getting into many 3rd down situations. Haven't heard from Lundahl yet. One of the top receivers in 4A. Sitaway chased out of the pocket. There's a hold. No matter what happens here, this one's coming back. Sitaway's going to pick up the 1st down as he runs for close to 10 yards, but there's a flag back at the 13-yard line. Looked like it was Trey Jensen putting the pressure on. He got grabbed by the jersey, the back of his jersey. And penalized are the Bobcats yet again. 5 penalties on Skyview. None on Green Canyon. 6.5 to play in the first half. 14-6 Skyview. Sitaway took some time to go over and get that play from the sideline. Four wide receivers and Cole Stokes in the backfield with Sitaway. On 3rd down and lots. Ball at the 6, they got to get out to the 31. Sitaway steps forward. Ball's free! Nothing but Green Canyon players there. Touchdown, Green Canyon! Nate Corey scooped it up and ran it in from about 6 yards out. Oh my goodness. That makes it 14-12. Let's see if Green Canyon goes for the tie and runs a play to try to get 2. They're going to go for 2. 14-12 after the defensive touchdown. Mortensen sends Corey in motion. Mortensen looks over the middle. Has his man. 2-point conversion's good. We're tied at 14. Oh my goodness. 6:24 to play in the first half. We've got a ball game in Smithfield.
tell me something, and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again, and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Turnovers are the great equalizer in football. Skyview with 2 turnovers here in this first half. Those 2 turnovers have led to 11 points. And what was a 14-3 Skyview lead is now a 14-14 tie game. And did they just call another penalty on Skyview? Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Skyview during that timeout. That's the 6th penalty on the Bobcats. That's 15 yards on the kick. 45, 55, 60 yards worth of penalties. 6 penalties, 60 yards. 2 turnovers for the Bobcats. And right now, number 1 is sweating a little bit. Still lots of ball game to play. And this just might make Skyview a little mad. That one's going to have to be a return. Christensen picks it up. There's a block in the back. And the ball returned out to about the 16-yard line, but it's going to get backed up to the 8 on the half the distance penalty. I don't know if they're going to call, yeah, they're calling that illegal use of hands. 68 yards worth of penalties. 7 penalties, 68 yards for the Bobcats here in this first half. There's 6:17 to play still in the first half. We're tied at 14. After the sit-away fumble, he ran out of trouble on 3rd and long. He was hit, lost the football. Nobody out there except for Nate Corey for Green Canyon. He picked it up on the run, danced into the end zone, and then the 2-point conversion was good, and we're tied at 14. See if Skyview can settle down and put something together here. See if Green Canyon can keep going on what emotion has come from this big turnaround here. Nobody would have ever thought that late in the first half, Green Canyon would be hanging with the Bobcats. Stokes on the carry, picks up 4. Stokes is averaging 6 yards a carry. He's having a good ball game. Falsliff to this side. Lundahl in the slot. And another receiver to the far side. Here's another give. See if it's Stokes again.
Stokes on the carry. Gain 5 on the play.
Stokes picks up 4. It's 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats.
Well, the last time it was 3rd down. Skyview turned it over. But that was 3rd and about 20. This one's 3rd and a yard. A lot more plays you can call in this situation. And Green Canyon's offsides. So the first penalty of the game on Green Canyon comes with 5:02 to play in the first half. Skyview's been flagged 7 times.
Outside against the Wolves. That results in a Skyview.
Stokes in the backfield with Sidaway. On his left side, 2 receivers to each side. Falsliff to this side, they're looking for him. Falsliff with the grab out to the 30. And he's going to be really close to a first down. He's just across the 30-yard line. He needs to get just outside the 31. It's a gain of 9.
Correction. Gain of 9 and
It's a second and a yard. Throw a little swing out to Stokes. Good blocking out in front of him. Stokes across the 45 to the 46. I'm going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 45. So it's a 15-yard gain and a first down for Skyview. Two catches, 35 yards for Stokes, and he's rushed for 70 yards on 11 carries. Ball at the 45-yard line, Skyview's own 45-yard line with 3:50 to play. Here comes the blitz. We're in the first half, and Stokes breaks free. Stokes into the secondary down to the 35-yard line. 20 yards for Cole Stokes as he's having himself a half.
Results in another Skyview.
Skyview getting the ship righted here a little bit as they were reeling after back-to-back turnovers. Green Canyon took advantage of those turnovers and tied the game at 14. Now Skyview trying to go back in front, 3.5 to play in the half. Sitaway, pocket breaks down. He's on the move. Fires a strike down to the 20-yard line. Sitaway was dangerously close to crossing the line of scrimmage, but looked like he pulled up just in time. Dygert with the 15-yard grab. One thing maybe to be looking at is Green Canyon got pressure on Sitaway with a three-man rush. But that could have been in part to they had 8 guys in coverage and everybody was covered. Stokes, workmanlike to pick up 4.
21 full Stokes on the carry. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 for the Bobcats.
Clock runs under 3 minutes to play in the half. Tied at 14 here at Skyview. For Stokes, that was his 13th carry. Sitaway looking, has a man underneath, makes a move, inside the 5, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Skyview. I couldn't tell who that was. Again, the numbers are hard to read. But it was a 17-yard touchdown. And Skyview back out front. 21-14 Bobcats with 2.5 to play in the half.
And that's why I don't like gyms.
Well, Megan, we're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, clean and spacious. Just $10 a month. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
All right, it was Ryder Lundahl with the touchdown grab. Special thanks to people with better eyes than I have up here in the crowd, letting me know that we're all kind of asking. I'm sitting just right around the crowd here at the Skyview side, and we all decided it was Ryder Lundahl. This return was by Nate Corey. We said we hadn't heard from Lundahl yet in the game, just a couple of plays before that. And there he was, his 8th touchdown grab of the season. So now Green Canyon has to see if they can come up with an answer. 2:27 to play, lots of time. Green Canyon's got a couple of timeouts left. They're at the 35-yard line. 64 yards total for Green Canyon in this half, but they're in the ball game. Here's the throw to Hill. Hill picking up a yardage out across the 40 to about the 41, 6 yards on first down.
Number 9, Caleb Christensen on the stop. Gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for the Wolves.
Green Canyon hasn't really tried to stretch the field with Jorgensen. He's got speed. In fact, he's not out there right now. They're going to stay conservative. Mortensen looking for the sideline. Lots of Bobcats there. Mortensen turns it upfield, picks up 2. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
On
2 for 6 on 3rd down for Green Canyon, and this one's a big one.
For the Wolves.
Jorgensen back on the field. If you're Green Canyon, you want to keep the clock running. If you don't pick up the first down here, it's interesting to me that Skyview maybe didn't take a timeout right there. Try to save some clock, get the ball back. 3rd and 2. See if they try to just pull the Bobcats off sides. 1 minute to play in the half. The back judge starts his count. 2, 3, 4, and they're going to call timeout. Green Canyon is, and they'll talk about it. 55 seconds left, so Coach Anders playing that game where he's going to find out, he's going to see here on 3rd and 2 and probably try to keep something in the middle of the field or even a run, keep the clock running. And then if they do pick up the first down, I would expect them to pick up the pace. Coach Ander kind of hedging his bets and wanting to let that clock run down as much as possible in the event that they do not get the first down. And I would assume that if they don't get the first down, the Skyview will take a timeout immediately and preserve as much time as possible. Skyview still with 3 timeouts left. .55 seconds to play. If Skyview holds right here, they should get the ball back. Probably with around 40 to 45 seconds and 3 timeouts and an offense that can pick up chunks of yardage in a hurry. See if they try to pull them off sides. 5 wide receivers. Mortensen's going to keep. And they throw a flag, and what's the call? Looks like it's going to be procedure on Green Canyon. It is. So Green Canyon picks up their 2nd penalty of the night.
False start on the Wolves. 5-yard penalty.
And it'll be 3rd down and 7 instead.
For the Wolves.
They ended up putting more time on the clock. Let's see. There was 55.2 when they came back from the timeout. Now there's 57.9. And I think the clock actually ran a little bit after the timeout, and they're asking for 1 minute on the clock. I think that's correct, because there was just over a minute left when they were counting down, and then they blew the whistle for the timeout. And that play shouldn't have taken any time, so 1 minute. So Skyview, if they hold here, will definitely have more than 40 to 45 seconds. Probably have closer to 50 to 55 seconds. That's a lot of time with an offense like theirs. Back in the backfield with Mortensen. Watch the snap here from center. Mortensen's had to hop to his left to grab a couple snaps here tonight. And that kind of killed him on one of their 3rd down and short plays. He had to hop left. It was like he was trying to field a line drive. It's off to his left. He had to go left to get it, then try to run back right. I'm not sure what we're waiting for. Three officials talking about something. And now they've got it all sorted out, and it's 3rd and 7. Mortensen, he's got time. He's got a man. It's picked. The Skyview defender stepping in front and picking it off. Corey had a step on his man. But then the defender, McCray, put it in another gear and took it away from Corey at the 45-yard line of Green Canyon with 54 seconds to play. Skyview leading by 7, 21-14, and a chance to put more points on the board. Not only that, they get the ball to start the second half. 3 timeouts, so they didn't even have to burn a timeout or have a punt play or anything. That's almost the best thing that could have happened for Skyview. Sitaway breaks the pocket, still running. Sitaway inside the 30, down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards for Sitaway.
On the carry.
And now Skyview calls timeout with 45 seconds to play in the half, and they are in prime position at the 22-yard line of Green Canyon. So Green Canyon went from 3rd down and 2 and a chance to maybe melt some clock or even get a first down and keep a drive going to a turnover. And now a big run. 2 turnovers for Skyview, 1 for Green Canyon. 2 fumbles for the Bobcats. For Green Canyon, that was a pick. Corey had a step on McCray. Mortensen tossed it out there to him and may have left it a little bit behind him. I don't know. It seemed like he put it on him, but not really out in front of him. And McCray was able to kick it into another gear. The ball got there, and they both fought for it. McCray came out of there with it at the 45-yard line. And this 23-yard run later, we're at the 22 with 45 seconds to play in the half. 21-14 Skyview. They're looking for more. Sitaway over the middle, has a man. It's Falslev. Falslev making moves. Looking for the pylon. Touchdown.
Pass complete number 12, Mason Falslev. That results in a Skyview touchdown.
Three catches, 37 yards, 2 touchdowns for Falslev. 149 yards and 4 touchdowns for Sitaway. Kicks up and good, and it's 28-14 with 35 seconds to play. The 20 seconds for Skyview to score. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Vehicle won't start? We can fix that. Not running right? We can fix that. Won't stop? We can fix that. Auto Evolution. Honest service at a fair price on Airport Road.
If I'm the Skyview coaching staff, knowing I get the ball back to start the second half and I'm leading 28-14, I may onside kick this ball right here and try to put this ball game to bed. But they're going to kick it away, and that's why they're coaches and I'm not. Corey at the 15-yard line. Did he call for a fair catch? Guess he did. He caught it about the 17, they're going to say, and that's where Green Canyon takes over with 34 seconds to play. 28-14 Skyview, teams scoring in bunches here. Green Canyon scored first, make it 3-0. Skyview then scored on their next 2 possessions to make it 14-3. Then Skyview turned it over on 2 possessions back-to-back. Green Canyon drove for a field goal to make it 14-6, then recovered a sit-away fumble, and Corey returned it for a touchdown to make it 14-12. The 2-point conversion was good. We were tied at 14. Skyview drove downfield, put it in the end zone. Lundahl with the touchdown catch, and then Falsov with the grab a moment ago. Here's Gassaway, upended after a good run. And that's what I'm telling you. Skyview is great at getting down into the ankles and legs of runners and getting guys on the ground. You don't see Skyview players going for that big Sports Center highlight kill you tackle. You see them getting guys on the ground, which is what tackling is all about. They're being coached up really well here in Smithfield. Good first half. Skyview leads it 28-14 over Green Canyon. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Hi Cache Valley, this is Fernando over the Factory Pizzeria. We're running a special right now. We're giving a free nachos when you buy a large pizza with 3 toppings. Just mention this out and you're gonna get a free nachos every time you come. The Factory Pizzeria is located in 119 South Main, below the Gias in the basement. Come see us as soon as you can. Thank you.
Let's hear it one more time for your Gastons.
Hi, I'm Sydney Barlow and I'm a forward on the Skyview girls soccer team. I'm honored to be a Wendy's All-Star. Go Bobcats! Hi, I am Kylie Griffin. I am a forward on the Skyview girls soccer team. I am honored to be a Wendy's All-Star. Go Bobcats!
You have to be one with your mind, and your mind has to be one with your body while you're doing any kind of feat. I see the hurdles in front of me. I'm like, Felicia, this is what you got to get over. Here's a certain thing you have to do to conquer your goals today.
I don't know if the girl can sit still. I don't know if she sleeps at night.
You have to put mind over matter. So even though my body's aching right now, tomorrow my mind's gonna be like, you can do this, what's next? My sister and I, it's a passionate relationship. We go hard.
Felicia plays for Drinker harder than she would play anybody else.
It builds me up to where I want to be.
My father started us in tennis, he started us in track, and he even started my love for learning. He helped push it forward. He was killed when I was 9 years old. It's been 8 years and it still hurts. When he died, it was a void that can't be filled. The lessons he instilled in me, I wanted to push past all the obstacles, the barriers in my way. I want to let him live on through me, let his lessons live on through me.
She doesn't let her circumstances define her, and she never has. She doesn't have to tell you that, she shows you that.
It's very important to be part of something that's bigger than you. I'm the president for the NAACP. We try to mend racial tensions in our world. We try to encourage civic awareness. My ancestors before me have done so much for me. They've done the race, and they've passed the baton. I have to continue that race for them. There's still work to be done.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Lewiston State Bank. Strong and vibrant for over a century. Cache Valley Electric. A tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental. Experience dental care. Camp Chef. The way to cook outdoors. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. LSS Insurance, Bob Larson. Personalized insurance coverage for your family and business. The Book Table, your family store for books, music, toys, art, and much more. Planet Fitness of Logan. No gym intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station for over 25 years.
Back at Skyview High School, Skyview leading 28-14 over Green Canyon. Hope you enjoyed the first half. It was an entertaining first half, back and forth. Green Canyon scored first to take a 3-0 lead, and then Skyview back-to-back scoring drives goes up 14-3, but then after a couple of Skyview turnovers, Green Canyon ties it up at 14. Skyview scores on their next two possessions. One possession along march, the other after an interception in Green Canyon territory, and that's where we stand. 14 for Green Canyon, 28 for the Bobcats. Bobcats ranked #1 in 4A. In that first half, Green Canyon only 38 yards rushing, 40 yards passing, 78 total yards. Yet they were in a tie ball game late in the first half. For Skyview, 125 yards on the ground, 149 through the air, 274 yards in that first half. We take a look at other scores around the region. In Region 12, a game that's maybe at halftime by now, but the last score we had was Ridgeline leading Bear River 10-7. Those two teams figure to be the final two teams into the playoffs, and they're both fighting for better seeding. Mountain Crest leading Logan, that one at half, 31-0. So Mountain Crest solidifying their hold on the near the top of the region. You take a look forward at our remaining schedule. 2 games remaining in the regular season. There will be a couple of playoff games here in the Valley at least the first week and quite possibly the second week as well. But a Ridgeline at Skyview next week, so that should be an interesting ball game as this kick's going to be fielded at the 1 and then muffed into the end zone, and Skyview will start at their own 20. But Ridgeline's a team that's capable of scoring some points. Brady Stewart at quarterback has been a revelation. He has really played well. And Ridgeline has gotten themselves in a pretty good place after a really tough start to the season. And then our last game of the year will be Payson at Logan. And you think, oh, Payson at Logan, what's that all about? Well, that one could definitely have some playoff implications to it, because Payson could very well be playing for a playoff spot and very well be playing one of these Valley schools the very next week in the playoffs. So that could be a preview of a team we would see in the playoffs. Sidaway with 149 yards passing and 4 touchdowns in the first half. And he's going to keep this one. He did have the turnover on the fumble, and ooh, he was hit hard after a gain of 2. I mean, he was stood right up.
Sidaway on the keeper, gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Cats. Number 32, Luke Harris.
So 2 turnovers for the Bobcats in the first half, both fumbles. The other bad, where most things were good for Skyview, were penalties. They had 7 penalties, 5 of them in the second period. Skyview ranked number 1 in 4A, number 10 in the state overall, regardless of division. Here's a completion. Man getting free. It looks like Tanner Stokes, and Stokes has picked himself up about 13 yards and a first down.
Number 1, Tanner Stokes. Getting 13 on the play. That results in a Skyview.
For Stokes, that's his second grab. He's got 2 catches, 19 yards. Falstaff leads the way. 3 catches for 37 yards and a touchdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different receivers have caught a ball tonight for Skyview. There's the give up the middle, and that's not Stokes. See who that is. Stokes has the black sleeves.
Number 6, Damian Dubon.
It's Dubon, I believe, number 6.
2nd and 7 for the Bobcats.
He picked up 3.
Number 75, Cam Evans on the tackle.
Four wide receivers for Sidaway. Cole Stokes vacates. They're going to throw it to him with blockers out in front. They're going to call an illegal block in the back on the receiver who was blocking the defensive back.
Pass complete to number 21, Cole Stokes.
McKay Jorgensen came in to try to make the call, and they're going to call an illegal block in the back.
Against the Bobcats.
And that's going to back the Bobcats up. It's out there in space. You got your hands on somebody's back, and you push them down, and that's a penalty. It's an illegal use of the hands penalty, 10 yards. 8 penalties, 78 yards for Skyview. They have just as many penalty yards as Green Canyon has offensive yards. And still, it's only a 2-score game, 28-14, Skyview. 2nd and long now. Give to Stokes as he finds an opening. Works forward for about 5. Stokes is right at the precipice of 100 yards. He's at 99 on 14 carries. There's 1 carry that I may have given to him that may have been another back. You're having trouble seeing those numbers with that color scheme from as far away as we are. But I'm confident on 13 of the 14 runs that we got the right guy. 3rd down and about 12. 3 of 4 on 3rd downs for Skyview. 3rd down has not been a problem for the Bobcats. Sidaway against a 3-man rush. Looking, has a man underneath. It's Falstaff. Falstaff makes 1 man miss, but the next 9 get him. It's a pickup of 5. It'll be 4th and 8.
Complete to number 12, Mason Falstaff. Gain of 6 on the play.
Ends up being a 6-yard gain.
4th down, 7 for the Bobcats.
4 catches, 43 yards for Falstaff. And he's on the punt. Jorgensen back.
Back deep for the Wolves. Number 3, Cole right.
Oh, let's see. It might be right. I'm looking at the shoes. They're coming after it. They don't get there. It is Jorgensen. He picks up a couple and then just dives forward for as many as he can get because he knew he was hemmed in. Nice job by the Bobcat coverage team. And it'll be Green Canyon with a first down now at their own 24-yard line, trailing 28-14. It's tied at 14 late in the first half. Skyview put 2 touchdowns on the board in the last 5 minutes of the first half. Mortensen unloads on the run, and this one out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Jorgensen. Mortensen is 5 of 11 for 40 yards. They haven't really tried to go downfield. They've just been dinking and dunking, going underneath. It's been a pretty conservative game plan for Green Canyon, just trying not to make any huge mistakes and stay in this ball game. Mortensen pulls it back. He was going to give, and now he's heading down the sideline. Mortensen into Bobcat territory. Wow. "35 yards for Mortensen. 10 carries, 59 yards, 35 of them coming on that carry.
First and 10 from the 41-yard line.
Mortensen put that in Gasworth's gut and pulled it at the last second. And this time he's going straight back to pass. In trouble. Stumbles out of it. Lets it go, and it falls short of his intended receiver. He had a couple of beats to stand back there and look, and then the protection broke down. As a coach, you worry to death watching your quarterback run out of the pocket and then throw off his back foot. And you're just hoping that ball either finds a receiver or gets on the turf in a hurry. Second and 10. Gasaway into the ball game with Mortensen. He's the receiver in the backfield. Heavy protection to the right, and they're rolling that way. Mortensen again off his back foot and short of his intended receiver. I mean, they had a jumbo set to the right side of the line, and they still couldn't protect Mortensen. Third and 10.
Third down and 10 for the Wolves.
They haven't been able to get enough of a run game going to really take advantage of play action. Third and 10. 2 for 7 on third down. Now they're going to run it. And they pick up 5. It's Gasaway, and he's still down. He's slow to get up. He finally does.
5 on the play, 4th and 5 for the Wolves.
4th down and 5. See if Green Canyon, they've been pretty conservative in their play calling, pretty conservative in their game plan, just trying to stay close, maybe take advantage of some turnovers, which is what they did in that first half, and see if they can give themselves a chance. And they're going to be aggressive now and go for it. Too far away to kick a field goal. 4th and 5. Nate Corey into the backfield. into the game. He's to the right side of Mortensen. Mortensen against a 5-man rush. They're going deep. Mortensen throws it to nobody. Jorgensen's out there. He was double covered.
Pass falls incomplete. Turnover on downs.
And it falls harmlessly to the turf. On 4th and 5, and Skyview will take over at the 36-yard line, leading 28-14 with 7:07 to play in the 3rd period.
Close your ears. It's gone final. Washington National 0, Chicago Cubs 3.
Stokes, the lone back in the backfield. Falsliv to this side. Looks like Lundahl to the far side. 2 tight ends. Stokes loses the football. It's still free. Green Canyon looks like they may be on it. They think they are. Let's see. Green Canyon football. 3rd fumble of the game for Skyview. 3rd turnover of the game for the Bobcats. And Trave Jensen comes out of there with it. Stokes loses a yard. He fumbles it. And Green Canyon gets it back right about where they ended their last drive. They were able to convert turnovers into points the last 2 times. Can they do it this time? Gassaway's back in there. 2 backs in the backfield with Mortensen. They're going to give it to Gassaway. Gassaway looking for the edge. Nothing. Oh, he's walloped. He was held up while he was trying to get a few more yards. And as a defender, you love to see somebody struggling for more, because you know you're going to come rock their world. 1, 2, 3-yard loss for Gassaway. And he needs to probably be counting his teeth. So the Skyview defense, at least on that play, taking it personally that the ball was turned over a moment ago. 2nd and 13. Mortensen over the middle, and he skips it in there and misses his receiver, Kaysen Holbrook. 3rd and 13. Holbrook ran the little slant. Mortensen had him. Just not a good throw. Didn't see if it got tipped or on the line or anything, but it just was not where it needed to be. It would have been a gain of about, well, depends on how long he could have run before he got tackled, but even if he fell down right when he caught it, it would have been a gain of about 6. Double move, looking downfield for Jorgensen. The speedster can't get there. 4th down and 13. So after the turnover, it looks like Green Canyon's going to have to punt. They call that sudden change on a turnover, and the offense comes back. When it's turnover and the offense comes back out, and you see teams so often try to go deep on the first play and try to take advantage of maybe a little confusion or just discombobulation, but it doesn't happen for Green Canyon that time. And the punt goes out of bounds or into the end zone. Is there a flag? The white hat, looks like it might be a sideline warning. The white hat's blowing his whistle like there's a penalty, but I think it might just be a sideline warning, and it is. Sideline warning on Skyview. It's their first one. The next one's a penalty. So the ball at the 20.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Starting at the 20-yard.
Bobcats 1st and 10, 28-14 lead for Skyview. Number 1 trying to stay undefeated. One of only a handful of teams undefeated in the state. Coach Danilo Robinson, a 1997 graduate of Utah State. 7-0 so far in his first year here at Skyview. He coached as an assistant at Army, at Wyoming, Louisiana Monroe. Asked him in the pregame, what's the difference between coaching in college and in high school? And it was an interesting answer. 3-yard gain for Stokes. Now he's over 100. (101 yards. On 16 carries for Cole Stokes. He's had himself a good night. He had 94 at the half. Sidaway looking downfield for his man, and he's just out of the reach of his receiver. And was that Falslev? That was just off the fingertips of the receiver there. In fact, the receiver's not real happy. It was Falslev. He thought he should have had it, and maybe he could have. That's a tough catch, looking over your head like that, into the lights, looking for a ball, a brown ball against a black background. Sidaway looking to throw again. Now the pocket collapses, stays alive. So good in that pocket with his feet. Gets rid of it. And flags everywhere as we have a scuffle going on at midfield at the 20. And then something over on the sideline. There's at least 3 different flags on the field. Let's see what the calls are. One of them looks like it's going to be on Green Canyon. Let's see what the other one is. Again, 3 flags on the play, all in different spots. 8 penalties tonight on Skyview. Green Canyon with only 2. A couple of Skyview players shaking their hands and waving their hands in disgust like it might be against them. Holding Skyview. Personal foul, Skyview. Oh boy, both against Skyview.
Personal foul against the Bobcats.
Wow. So you're just outside the 20. If you march them both off, you're going to march this one down to the 13 and then march the other one half the distance. This ball could be back about the 6-yard line. But I'm not sure if it's, you know, if the personal foul is post play, if they enforce both of them holding. And that one's declined, so it was during the course of play, so they have to decline one of them. And they're going to decline both of them and make it 4th down and 7. So after all that, we're at 4th down, and Green Canyon forces another punt. Falsev's the quarterback, it's also the punter. He gets rid of it. Jorgensen gets away from it. It's going to roll down to about the 35-yard line before it finally stops. And Green Canyon with 4:36 to play in the 3rd period, trailing 28-14, will trot their offense back out onto the field. They got into Skyview territory on their last possession. They turned it over on downs. They got a fumble on the very next play. Couldn't go anywhere with it. In fact, they lost 3 yards. And now they're back out, seeing if they can get anything going. Mortenson's 0 for 6 in this half. Gasaway picks up 3.
Number 11, Gasaway on the carry. Getting 3.
He's got 19 yards on 7 carries. Mortenson has 59 yards on 10 carries. Mortenson's thrown for 40 yards. 5 of 16. He's missed on his last 6. He's never looked like he's gotten comfortable back there. He's across the 40 to the 41, 3-yard gain, so it'll be 3rd and 4. 2 of 8 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. 28-14, Skyview leading the Wolves. Green Canyon and Skyview were tied late in the first half. Skyview put 2 touchdowns on the board in quick succession as they go across the middle to Hill. Hill is alone, and he's got the first down. 10 yards on 3rd down and 4, and the first completion of the second half for Mortensen. See if that gives him a little bit more confidence. He's now 6 of 17 for 50 yards and an interception. Mortensen's going to keep it. Looks for an opening, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Mortensen in carry. No gain. 2nd and 10 for the Wolves.
2.5 minutes now to play in the 3rd period. Skyview takes a little bit of size off the field. Carson Bainey, 6'5". They don't list weights there, but he's got a few rocks in his pockets, playing in that interior defensive line. A handoff into the line, and again, nothing doing. 1 yard for Gassaway. Under 2 minutes to play now in this 3rd period. It's 3rd down and 9. The ball at the 47-yard line of Skyview. The Bobcats lead Green Canyon. 28-14, Green Canyon with 3rd and 9. Here comes the heat. They get it off to Hill. He can't come up with it. And it'll be 4th down.
Pass ball's incomplete. Number 9, Jackson Hill.
The Green Canyon will kick it away.
He's out 4th and 9 for the Wolves.
Green Canyon getting set to punt it away as the harvest moon rises over Smithfield. On a beautiful October evening. Hill back to punt. Flag on the play, and they blow it dead. In fact, 2 flags on the play. Skyview, I think, had too many people on the field. 1, 2, 3. Skyview's got 12 men on the field. Yeah, that's 12 men on the field against Skyview. I just counted them myself. There's 12 guys out there. We still have 12 guys on the field. That's a 5-yard penalty, I believe. And it's still 4th down. And for Skyview, another penalty. Their 9th. They had a few in the game against Mountain Crest and Logan, but not so many that I felt like they were a heavily penalized team. And I think the offense is coming back on the field for Green Canyon now. It's 4th and 4. They're over on 4th down, but on 4th and 4, down 28-14 with 1:10 to play in the 3rd quarter. The offense is on the field. See if they try to draw Skyview off sides. No, they're going to run the play. Mortensen way over the head of his intended receiver. He had his receiver again on that little in play.
Ball's incomplete. Turnover on down. Skyview football.
That was Holbrook. And so Skyview will take over at the 42-yard line. Mortensen filling in for Dygert, who's hurt. He's their regular quarterback, and Mortensen looks comfortable running the ball, but he just hasn't been on tonight as a passer. He's 6 of 18 for 50 yards and an interception. And that's one he'll look at the film tomorrow and think, ooh, yeah, I should have had that one. Sidaway's going to keep it. Sidaway bowling forward and fighting his way for a first down. 11 yards for Sidaway.
Getting 11 on the play. That brings up another Skyview.
First down in Green Canyon territory at the 47. 40 seconds to play in the third. Skyview up by 2 touchdowns. One more would probably put this game away for him. Sidaway's going to keep. All down after a gain of 8.
Sidaway on the keeper. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2.
See if Skyview runs another play with 10 seconds left in the quarter. I think they will. 2nd and 8. Sidaway back to throw. A little screen inside to Falslev. Falslev still on his feet. It's a race and nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, 41 yards. Last play of the third quarter. But guess what? There's a flag back at the 30-yard line. See if there was an ineligible man downfield for Skyview or if Green Canyon was holding defensively. I think one of the linemen may have been downfield. No, they're going to call holding on Skyview. And that flag, if it's on the ground where the penalty occurred, that's a long way away from where the run was happening. So that negates the play, negates a 41-yard touchdown, and that's the end of the third period. 28-14, Skyview on top.
They would tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they'd tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Danes to anybody, everybody.
93 yards worth of penalties for Skyview. They've got 10 of them, and the last one negated a 41-yard touchdown pass. Well, now it's 2nd down. Because of where the penalty happened, it's only 2nd and 3. So Sidaway keeps it. He picks up 2. It's going to be 3rd and 1. It happened far enough downfield that it brought the ball back, and it was still 2nd and short. Everybody up on 3rd and 1 for Green Canyon. 7 in the box. Gonna hand it to Stokes. Stokes easily picks up the first down. In fact, he picked up 10 yards. 111 yards and 17 carries for Stokes.
That results in a Skyview.
Sidaway's going to keep it out to Tanner. Stokes gets a good block. Oh, they're going to flag that one. That's going to negate another big play. And the crowd wants a horse collar on the tackle. They're going to flag the block out at the 32-yard line. That one looked like a pretty good one. They're going to call an illegal block in the back, I believe. So instead of 1st and goal at the 1, It's going to be back at about the 43. It's going to be first down and quite a few. And that's going to be penalty number 11 on Skyview. It's an illegal block in the back. And that's going to take them well over 100 yards in penalties. Takes it back to the 42. They need to get down to the 19. It's a second and 20, first and 23.
First down 24 for the Bobcats.
2 big plays negated by penalties. Sidaway's got a lot of room to run if he wants, but he's got a man running wide open. It's false slip. Steelake thrown. First and goal, Skyview. 41 yards.
Down at the 1 yard line. That brings up first and goal for the Bobcats.
Falsov with 84 yards on 5 receptions and 2 touchdowns. 209 yards and 4 touchdowns for Mr. Sidaway. Flags thrown before the play. Offsides on Green Canyon. So Green Canyon with their 3rd flag, and they're going to get it for about 1 yard. Not even that, because the ball is already on the 1, so it'll be half the distance. It's 28-14 with 10.5 to play. Skyview leading and looking to put this ball game probably in the refrigerator. Touchdown, Skyview. As Stokes carries it across. Stokes with his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And he'll stay on to kick the extra point. Kicks up and good. 35-14. Skyview extends the lead.
When I finally got tired of playing through knee pain, I went to a surgeon I'd heard good things about. Best choice I ever made. My doctor was great, but so was the hospital. They presented me with all of my options, and they took time to help me make decisions. That's the way it should be. That's what led to this moment. And that look on Phil's face.
Before your moment of truth, choose a health plan that partners with the Mountain Star Healthcare Network.
Not bigger, just better.
Skyview with 21 unanswered since Green Canyon tied it at 14. And the Bobcats in control now in the 4th quarter. Green Canyon fields the short kick and returns it out to the 34-yard line, and that's where the Wolves will take over.
Number 7, Nate Corey on the return.
It's Corey on that return. He's had a lot of action on both sides of the ball tonight. He scored the touchdown off of the Sidaway fumble. And after the 2-point conversion, that tied the game. But since then, it's been all Skyview. Skyview was able to get 2 touchdowns on the board in the last 5 minutes of the first half. And Jorgensen's been quiet tonight. 2 catches, 26 yards. Number 1 in 4A in receiving touchdowns, as this one falls incomplete.
That falls incomplete. Coming for number 20, Carter Long.
He's number 1 in receiving yards with 1,011 coming into the game. 144 a game he averages, and number 1 in receiving touchdowns. He's got 15 receiving touchdowns in 7 games. It's more than 2 touchdowns a game, and he's got 2 catches for 26 yards tonight. Second and 10. Mortensen hit as the defender goes by him. Couldn't sack him, but he reached out and knocked the ball away from him, and Mortensen had to go down and grab it. And it'll be 3rd and long. 3 of 10 on 3rd down for Green Canyon. So they've done a good job of taking care of the ball, not turning it over. Only 1 turnover. That did lead to points for Skyview. It led to a touchdown right toward the end of the half. So that was a big turnover. And they haven't hurt themselves with penalties. 3 penalties for 11 yards. Under 9.5 to play in the game. Game that's rapidly slipping away from Green Canyon. They kept it close for quite a while. Never really let the Bobcats run away from them until now. Mortensen throws it downfield right at the back of one of his receivers, but his receiver wasn't looking for it. So the offense is completely abandoned Green Canyon tonight. And I think the Skyview defense has an awful lot to do with that. Bear River now leads Ridgeline. They're about the same portion of the game that we are. About 9 minutes left in the game, and Bear River leading Ridgeline now 21-17. Mountain Crest putting the clamps on Logan, pitching the shutout, 34-0, that one in the 4th quarter as well. The teams that this region will be facing in the playoffs, in the first round anyway, it'd be Region 10. Spanish Forks leading Mountain View big at the half. Salem Hills leading Payson big at the half, and Orem leading Uinta 26-3 in the 3rd quarter. So that region starts to shake out, and why is that of interest? Well, how that region ends up depends on who teams like Skyview and Ridgeline and Mountain Crest are going to play. Ridgeline's beat Logan and they've beat Green Canyon. They're losing to Bear River right now. So at the end of the night, if all these scores hold up, it would look like this. Skyview, the 1 seed, Mountain Crest, the 2, Bear River, the 3, and Ridgeline, the 4, but there's still 2 more games to play. Skyview going into the part of their schedule where, well, they've got Ridgeline next week. And that one's here at home, and it could prove to be an interesting ball game. As Ridgeline can put points on the board and they can play well defensively, but just really haven't seen it. The only team I've seen slow down Skyview was Mountain Crest. And Skyview did what they needed to do to win that game. I mean, Mountain Crest had that game all but won, and Skyview found a way to win it. So they've shown they can win close games. They've shown they can win games against good teams. So going into the playoffs, I think Skyview would have to be considered as much of a favorite as anybody to win it, although I'm telling you, you'll hear mostly about Dixie and Pineview. Rightly so. We saw Pineview early. They're a good team, and Dixie's a good team. That's a good region down there. Sidaway gives it off. Look out. It's Tanner Stokes. 31 yards for Tanner Stokes. And Skyview in scoring position again at the 25 of Green Canyon. Sidaway's going to keep. Oh, he's bent over, and he's slow to get up. Yeah, he had somebody around his legs, and then somebody hit him high and twisted him and spun him down. And with a 35-14 lead and 7.5 to play, we'll see what they do with Sidaway, but this might be his last series, especially if they score again, and he's acting like that leg's hurt. It's his left leg. And I would imagine they just hand it off to Stokes here. Oh, he's going to throw it. He's going to throw the little comeback screen. Jorgensen's there to apply the first hit. And it goes for a loss of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
Loss of 3 on the play. 3rd down and 12. For Bobcats.
And I think they're going to take Sidaway out of the ball game. Clock's still running, and they've got Coach Robinson's got his quarterback over on the sideline. He's talking to him, and they'll probably call a timeout. And they do.
Timeout Bobcats.
So they'll talk about this one a little bit more on 3rd down and long and kind of check out their quarterback. You don't want to get your quarterback hurt as you're coming down the stretch. That's for sure. And he got spun around funny, and he was hobbling around. Perry Christensen was out checking on him at the sideline, kind of talking to him. Perry Christensen still calling the plays. You know, I talked to Todd Wilson a couple of weeks ago, who played quarterback for him at Logan High, won a state championship under Perry Christensen and as his quarterback. And he was telling me a story about when he kind of helped on one of the staffs here a few years ago. He knew all the plays already because Perry Christensen was still using plays that had been using from 30 years ago. They run the quarterback keeper, and I think that's Falslev in at quarterback now. Pick up the 1st down.
That results in another Skyview.
So Sidaway tweaked. He's over here on the sideline, and they're looking at his leg. Falslev in. It's 1st down at the 15-yard line. Skyview leads 35-14. Falslev turns and gives it to Tanner Stokes, who's upended inside the 10. 5:40 to play in the game.
Tanner Stokes on the carry. Getting 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 for the Bobcats.
Skyview trying to, as the immortal Hot Rod Hundley used to say, put this one in the old refrigerator. Trying to watch the game and take a look at what they're doing with Sidaway down there on the sideline. See if they're working on an ankle. It looks like an ankle more than a knee. Give up inside, and Hill is there for the stop. Third down. Ball at the 9. Clock runs with 4:40 to play. 35-14 Skyview. We were tied at 14 late in the first half if you're just joining us, and it's been all Skyview since then. 21 unanswered. Volsov's going to keep it. Big hole off their left side. Touchdown, Skyview. Volsov with a 9-yard touchdown run. Yeah, it's the ankle that they're working on for Sidaway. They're just retaping it. He had somebody around his legs, and then somebody hit him high, and it kind of twisted him and spun him, and I'm sure the ankle was being held by the guy around his legs and just didn't give with the rest of his body. They're retaping him up good and tight. Perry Christensen checks in on his quarterback, and the PAT is good. 42-14 with 4:24 to play in the game. Skyview cruising to their 8th win of the season.
Billy Goat Ruffians. Seen it, covered it. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Give us a call at 752-9493. You'll be glad you did.
Well, this one is pretty much done with 4:24 to play. 42-14. Skyview over Green Canyon. Green Canyon putting up a fight for a while, but Skyview just too much for him. I've got Ridgeline on the brain because I'm just looking at the Ridgeline Bear River score. A wild one going on out in Millville, 23-21. Ridgeline back out in front of Bear River with only about 3 minutes left in that game. So if that one goes final before we're done here, those of you watching us online, I'll be able to get you a score for that. But meanwhile, in this one, there's just over 4 minutes left, and Green Canyon back out onto the field. Only 11 seniors at last count on this Green Canyon team, a young team trying to install that winning tradition at Green Canyon. So often those first years are hard. Ridgeline had a successful first year. They had a lot of the upperclassmen from Mountain Crest went out there, and that definitely helps. But so many times those first seasons are winless. Mountain Crest, here's a flag on the far sideline. Mountain Crest went a couple of years before they got their first win. Some of the other newer schools in the area, like Syracuse, I think opened 7 or 8 years ago. It took them a year or two to get their first win. Here's a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Skyview. So another penalty on Skyview, that's 12. I've got 100 and almost 130 yards worth of penalties. I think Skyview has more penalties than Green Canyon has yards. That's pretty close, 132 yards total for Green Canyon. Mortensen going over the middle, putting a little bit of touch on this one, and it's caught by Ander. Ander inside the 10 down to the 5-yard line. That's Craig Ander's son, the coach's son, Conrad Ander. And I'll tell you what, Craig Ander was a good, very good receiver back in his day. He's about 6 feet tall. He wasn't blazing fast, but he had good speed. He had great hands. And to talk to people that know him, I know one of his college teammates, and he said he may have been the hardest working player he's ever been around. He may have not had the best talent, but he was the hardest worker. And that got him a lot farther as a football player than a lot of kids get. And his son, Conrad Ander, making that big grab right there. Again, he's another guy that doesn't have a lot of size. He's 5'7" senior. Hauled that one in, showed some good speed. He may be faster than Craig ever was. Have to ask Coach Ander who's faster. Coach Ander's definitely bigger. So after the offside penalty, it's goal to goal, Diger. gets the carry, and he's going to be just short of the goal line.
Gasway on the carry.
Gasway had a good hole there.
8-1 on the play. Second goal for the Wolves.
Stopped just outside the 1 yard line. Let's see. Yeah, right about the 1, and that's where it'll be second and goal for Green Canyon. Tight formation. Mortensen. I think Mortensen actually handed it off and then tried to push the man forward. And they end up pulling him back. It's going to be third and goal from the 1. I'm not sure if that was just a little tight handoff. And it looked like he had actually a little tight handoff where he handed it off and then he got behind the back and started pushing him. But he may have just kept it. Now he's in the gun. Inside give to Gasaway. Gasaway's got blockers and he's got the end zone. Touchdown, Green Canyon. So the Wolves still howling with 2:21 to play in the ball game. Skyview still got him doubled up. Skyview's got 42 points on the board. This PAT would make 21 for Green Canyon. Green Canyon's got a lineman hippity-hopping his way out there. He's got a hitch in his giddy up. One more play here from you, son. That one was nearly blocked, but it wasn't. Nearly only counts. 42-21. With 2:21 to play, Skyview still on top. Back in Smithfield, Eric Olson along with you as the game of the week tonight has been Skyview and Green Canyon, 2:21 to play. It's been mostly one-sided here in this second half, but some entertainment nonetheless. More so than you'd think in a 21-point ball game as these two teams going at it for the first time. It's Green Canyon's first year in existence, and they were split off from Skyview, so these guys, most of them probably know each other. There's always some hurt feelings when some kids maybe go to one school and other people should have thought they went to another school, and I've heard about that a little bit out here, heard about it out at Ridgeline when they broke off from Mountain Crest, and it seems like it's really kind of dissipated out there in that south end, and I think it probably will more and more as years go on, and the same will happen out here. And it's interesting with the kids, you know, they play together in competitive leagues and everything at young ages, but they all know each other more so than even my generation. Here's a nice run by Tanner Stokes. Jitterbugging his way all the way out near midfield. 29 yards. But going back to that last thought, you know, even for my generation, which was in the late 80s, if they wore the other color, went to the other school, you didn't like them. You didn't know them. You just didn't like them because of the uniform. It's not even remotely that way now, as I've had kids play sports and everything else, and they know kids all over the place because they've played with them on different Super League teams or the like, and it's just interesting. There's a new facet to it. There's still a rivalry, and in some ways it's even more intense because you always want to beat your friends more than you want to beat kids you don't know. kids you don't know, you just want to fight with when you're that age. Your friends, you want to beat them, and you want to beat them good so you can give them a hard time after. Tanner Stokes is skittering his way around there like a cockroach with the light just coming on. Picks up another 6 yards. They're still looking at Sidaway down at the bench. They're really just talking to him now, but he's still on that medical bench. Well, hopefully he's going to be okay. Handing off to Tanner Stokes. Stokes not even touched until he's 7 yards downfield. And he ends up at the 35-yard line of Green Canyon with a 1:03 to play in the ball game. They stopped the clock to move the chains.
That results in another Skyview.
And they start the undefeated chant here in Smithfield. As the Bobcats are in victory formation, and they're 50 seconds away from 8-0. Their best start since they started 11-0 a few years ago. And I think they may have to run another play, I'm not sure.
Second down for the Bobcats.
Now the players are all exchanging pleasantries now. They're not going to run another play. As the clock runs down, the first ever meeting between Skyview and Green Canyon goes Skyview's way in big fashion. 42-21, the Bobcats over Green Canyon. They remain undefeated and #1 in 4A. We appreciate you joining us for the game of the week. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital. Together, we're greater. Lewiston State Bank, strong and vibrant for over a century. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. LSS Insurance, Bob Larson, personalized insurance coverage for your family and business. The Book Table, your family store for books, music, toys, art, and much more. Planet Fitness of Logan, no gym intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station for over 25 years.